Good morning and welcome in on this Monday. Dan Hardenbrook, glad to have you along. Hope your weekend went well. Let's get back into it now with a look at your latest local news from around the region. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your local news today brought to you by Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center.
A lot of times other people will notice it before you do.
Bill Alexander, respiratory therapist and supervisor of the cardiopulmonary department at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, says family members are often the ones who know someone has a problem with poor sleep.
When you sleep, you don't understand how you're snoring, how you're gasping, how you're tossing and turning at night. A lot of times it's a spouse or significant other that brings you to the appointment and says, this is a train wreck, we need to do something because they keep me up all night because I'm waiting to hear them breathe again. And so it's a lot of stress on them as well.
Call your primary caregiver about a sleep study at Helen Newberry Joy.
We have Dr. Washington, the pulmonologist, certified in sleep, the nurse practitioner, Carol Norman. They will do a consultation. We have a 2-bed lab here. It's a lot easier being able to do everything right here. And then you do a follow-up afterwards, go over the results, and then pick the best kind of therapy for you.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
In your latest local news this morning, a new contract has been awarded that will allow the next phase of the Soo Locks construction upgrade project to continue. The Ohio-based firm that's been working on the Soo Locks project has been awarded a $222.7 million contract to move forward with the project. The next phase of the Soo Locks project has officially been awarded to Kakasing Alberici Trailer, LLC, out of Westerville, Ohio. Officials said it's one of 3 contracts that could have been awarded for the next phase of the project, and it will allow for construction to proceed until the lock is completed in 2030. The optional portion of the third phase of the project, which began in 2022, will be following that contract being awarded. In the first phase, deepening the upstream channel was the main focus. That was completed in 2022. The second phase, which includes working on approach walls, is already nearing completion this summer. The third phase and option includes construction of the lock floor, installation of the mechanical and electrical systems, completion of the filling and emptying system, placing soil in between the new lock and the old Davis lock, while commissioning the lock chamber. The new lock will be constructed in the footprint of the Sabin lock, be the same size as the larger Poe lock. Final Soo Locks upgraded project is expected to span 1,200 feet long, 110 feet wide, and 32 feet deep. 3 contract options totaling $95.3 million still have to be awarded for the project is fully completed. Again, the estimated timeline sometime in the summer of 2030. 2 staffers who formerly worked alongside a former representative of the Eastern UP in the House of Representatives are facing financial misconduct charges. Rob and Ann Menard, who are 2 political consultants that previously worked under former House Speaker Lee Chatfield when he was representing the Eastern UP in northern Lower Michigan, the Michigan House of Representatives during 2019 and 2020, been ruled to stand trial on a series of charges related to alleged financial misconduct. Court filings from state prosecutors show that the Menards have pled not guilty to all felony charges they are facing. Accusations say they stole over $600,000 from nonprofit organizations and political action committees. Ingham County 54B District Judge Molly Hennessy Greenwalt has ruled that there's enough evidence for the Menards to face a jury trial in the case. The judge has pointed out to 3 areas of evidence brought up by prosecutors during preliminary examinations, which took place in August. Judge says that receipts and emails produced by Attorney General Dana Nessel's office during the hearing showed that Ann Menard, 37, requested reimbursements from nonprofits for rental car agreements that were greater than the actual cost of the contracts. Also, Rob Menard, age 47, said to have submitted a reimbursement request to a nonprofit organization to cover expenses related to a trip to a political conference that were paid for already by another political entity. They say Menard pocketed over $2,500 personally, despite the trip expenses being covered by a previous agreement. Attorneys for the couple say that they will continue to fight the charges, say that they are unreasonable. The judge in the case denied motions to exclude evidence gathered during the search, saying that a warrant executed by investigators on the couple's computers was fair enough to have legal standing. The Menards are set to appear in Ingham County's 30th Circuit Court for an arraignment hearing on September 25th. They face multiple felony charges, including embezzlement, conducting a criminal enterprise, and an intent to defraud under false pretenses. Chatfield, the former Republican from Levering, was State House Speaker from 2019 to 2020, also served in the Michigan House of Representatives before that appointment. Engadine Consolidated Schools continues to search for staff help as the new school year is already underway. The district is looking to add a 7th through 12th grade instructional aide that would assist the staff members with helping students at Engadine Consolidated Schools. You can get information and a job description as well as all duties at the Engadine Consolidated Schools website. That's engadine.eupschools.org or by calling the office at 906-477-6313. You can also email Superintendent Andrew Alvesteffer. The 7th through 12th grade instructional aide will be for the 2024-2025 school year. The position is a one-year job while school is in session from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. daily. For more details and information, you can also go to the Engadine Consolidated Schools Facebook page. Almost that time for the annual Harvest Festival and Auction, sponsored by the McMillan Methodist Church. That'll take place next weekend, Saturday, September 21st, with a bake sale at 2 p.m. and an auction at 2:30. They'll have free coffee, walking tacos, drinks, and more. Come on out and celebrate the upcoming fall season with the annual Harvest Festival and Auction, hosted by the McMillan United Methodist Church. It'll be Saturday, September 21st. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news this morning. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news today brought to you by Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health is their passion. For a full list of services they provide right here close to our communities, go online to hnjh.org. Time now to check in with sports this morning. Newberry Cross Country hosts one of their annual events today. The annual Tiffany Thorpe Invitational returns to the Canada Lakes course. That'll be taking place this afternoon. Team walkthroughs will be at 3 o'clock with the coaches' meetings at 3:30. Races today start at 4 p.m. It'll be the boys' varsity followed by the girls' varsity race, and then the middle schoolers will take to the course. That's cross-country action featuring teams from across the Eastern UP, including Newberry and Engadine, are in action today at the Canada Lakes course in Newberry. Lions suffer a tough loss at home to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers yesterday, 20-16. Lions offense was on fire. They had almost 500 total yards in the contest. Couldn't get enough consistently to get the job done. Jared Goff threw 55 passes, 307 yards, but no touchdowns and 2 picks. Head coach Dan Campbell had a mismanagement of the clock heading into halftime. He says he takes full blame for the team's loss. Baker Mayfield threw for 185 yards and a touchdown. Also had a pick to lead Tampa Bay to a 2-0 start. Lions are 1-1 after their first 2 contests. No Jordan Love, it was no problem for the Packers. They're now 1-1 on the season as they win at Lambeau Field 16-10 from the Indianapolis Colts. Malik Willis stepped in a strong 12 of 14, 122 yards and a touchdown pass. Josh Jacobs with 151 on the ground as the Packers pick up their first win of the season. Tigers continue to make a push for MLB's postseason. They beat one of the top teams in baseball 4-2 yesterday afternoon. Give the Tigers 2 out of 3 wins over the Baltimore Orioles this weekend. Detroit enters play this week as a wild card contender, just 2.5 games back of the final American League playoff spot. Your latest local weather forecast for the day today: sunshine again, mostly sunny skies. Highs will be in the low 80s. For your Tuesday, cloudy skies in the morning, gradually clearing and becoming sunny. As we head into the afternoon, we'll see high temperatures in the low 80s. Wednesday, mostly sunny, a high in the low 80s. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That's your latest news, sports, and weather with your Newberry News Update on M123 FM.